the GOAT? Is she the queen of violence? Is she the most powerful woman in the MMA scene? Since reclaiming her belt from Juliana Pena, conversations have percolated about the Lioness Amanda Nunes being the GOAT. Nunes has been in the UFC since 2013 and has collected 15 wins throughout her time. Amanda Nunes first claimed her bantamweight title at UFC 200 when she defeated Miesha Tate. Despite her power and skill up to that point, Nunes still came into the fight as an underdog. Nunes had a significant power discrepancy favoring her as she took on Tate. Her pristine boxing and durability allowed the Lioness to find easy openings.
Oh my, she's down. She's in big trouble.
Nunes would put Miesha Tate to sleep.
Trying to finish Miesha. She's got the choke. And it's all over!
The Lioness would start her great reign as champ with a first-round finish. Little did we know that during that time, Nunes would overtake Ronda Rousey as the GOAT. At the time, Rousey only had one loss to her name, and a fight against Nunes would place her back in GOAT contendership. The rowdy one was still regarded by many as the betting favorite, and some considered her only loss at the time to be a fluke. It took the Lioness less than 50 seconds to do what no one imagined.
And she's walking Ronda down. She tags her again. Over and over. Amanda Nunes. Big combination.
Herb Dean saved Ronda from what could have been an even worse beatdown. It couldn't have been a better first title defense for the Lioness. With the support of the American top team, Nunes was propelled in the conversations of greatness. Her next bout would see Nunes rematch a long-term rival and fellow great in women's MMA. Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko is widely regarded by many as one of the legends in the sport too. She also already provided Amanda Nunes with a tough bout years ago, and this one would be no different. Valentina already came into the bout significantly smaller, as she was naturally a flyweight, a division that did not exist at the time. Both women fought with a lot of respect for each other. It was evident this opposition was more balanced for Nunes as compared to her recent opposition. Nunes' control on the ground perhaps provided her with a slight edge when it would go to the cards, however, it was too close for comfort. At the end of 5 rounds, no one really knew who had won. Despite the win, many pundits and fans believe that the history between these two fighters is far from over. Valentina knew that this story was incomplete.
I think that she didn't win this fight. She didn't win this fight. No one punch, just like these kicks. Isn't hard.
Raquel Pennington would be the Lioness's next prey. While it did take Nunes 5 rounds to find the finish this time around, she would still get rid of Pennington within the distance. It seemed as if there was truly not much challenge for Nunes at bantamweight. Up until that point, Cris Cyborg was truly the only terrifying challenge for Nunes, as she was the only other woman that was able to end fights in instances. Moreover, Cyborg held the featherweight strap, thus providing Nunes with the ability to become the first ever female double champion. In UFC history, few women's fights had built such anticipation like this one had. Cyborg, to that point in time, was undefeated for 21 fights and had 17 knockouts to her name. The intensity was visibly there before the fight even started. Immediately, Amanda would make the fight go her way, landing thunderous strikes.
Oh, Nunes! Oh, she really killed Cyborg! She hurt her! And now it's real. Oh, she's hurt her. Nunes! She's still got her down. Cyborg nearly out on her feet.
Nunes would destroy Cyborg and, in turn, become the first ever woman double champion. And until this day, no one has taken the featherweight belt away from her. In her next fight, she'd impress us all again, landing a head kick on the head kick queen herself. It was such a perfectly placed kick for the Lioness. Basking in her own glory, Nunes was on top of the world. Nunes would continue to display insane performances throughout.
Oh, she's just standing still.
Chop the leg.
Desperation.
Oh my goodness, she's hurt bad. Megan's gonna tap.
It's a wrap. Or she's gonna go to sleep.
There's the tap.
Oh my goodness.
Amanda.
Together with her fellow partner, Nunes has grown into a family woman as well. Being a mom has made Nunes fight for a bigger reason, and the Lioness has to remind everyone from time to time why she is the queen of the jungle. Prior to UFC 269, no one really believed that Juliana Pena would defeat the GOAT Amanda Nunes. Juliana Pena was the first woman in years that wasn't scared of Amanda. In the start, it seemed as if it would be yet another Amanda Nunes masterclass. However, changes in the Pena corner during rounds would alter it all. Pena came into the second round asserting her aggressiveness. The fight was growing on Pena as she'd land bigger shots. Pena was doing what no other woman had done to Nunes since she'd become a champ. The commentary team was losing their minds at the performance of Pena.
Oh my goodness! The jab is just touching him! Oh my God!
Ultimately, Pena would take down Nunes and submit her with a rear naked choke.
She's got choker! She's got a choker! She's got a choker! She's got
The whole world was shocked. However, we all know not to count out Nunes. Following her loss, Nunes changed camps from her previous American top team. After a season of tough, both women would run it back once more. In Dallas, Texas, history would be corrected. Nunes would dominate Pena for the entire 5 rounds. The Lioness showed that fighting in the southpaw stance would neutralize any of the Vixen's threats. It was a complete domination. And with that, Nunes became bantamweight champ again.